let's start a live talk. I will share it as well. Might take a moment until some people are here, then we will start. I can always still cut this away. Hi. Wait, I have to pull it up on the big screen that I can see the chat because I'm called today on my phone. So if you have any questions about some altcoins, I will not be able to show today my screen. I hope you hear me. If you do, please leave it in the comments below. It's now a test with my phone because before I was sharing the screen and my laptop gave up sometimes. So I'm trying to do it this way. So excuse me, it's a new experiment. So just join me, let me know if you can hear me currently. Drop it in the chat down below. I know there is some delay, but just let me know if you can hear me well. If so, I will spread the news a little bit further. One moment. Oh, okay. Thanks, Robert, for letting me know. Oh, okay. Now I can see here the chat also. Very good. Thanks, Robert, for letting me know. Very good. Okay, thanks, Fat Panda Frank. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. That I could make another live. It's already a while ago that since I made my last. As usually, I'm not prepared for my life, so it's just me talking about altcoins, answering your questions. We can just have a discussion and can see where it goes. Usually, people throw a lot of different altcoins along my way. I check them out and tell my opinion. We can do the same today as well. So just let me know. I just released a new Jasmy updates. Unfortunately, last week so I was a little bit ill and also didn't have much time. So there's also some updates which are already a little bit older. Yeah, so it's not the newest updates, everything, but I think there's some pretty interesting stuff there as well. Then a while ago, I had the video about the whale. That was super interesting. I'm also planning to do there a little bit more about the Jasmy whale. That was actually super interesting, and I would like to dig a little bit deeper. Who are the other whales in the that we can find on Etherscan that that have bought recently Jasmy? Because there was a lot of big transactions actually over the last time, especially now that Binance US is open. Um, I saw a lot of big transactions happening there, which I think is good. I hope that will also represent in the Jasmine price shortly. Currently, it doesn't, unfortunately. A little bit it rose, but not significantly. So we see. I think it's a good trend. We will see how that will go on. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. Drop them in the chat, and I will try to answer them. I will spread it now also a little bit in the eCash community that we're not getting too just me heavy here. So one moment, let me just do that. Yeah. By the way, very interesting videos also by Crypto Cracker Zach, sorry, and Kia Finance in the last time was really good. Yeah, Robert, I think you're actually right there that they. I mean, if you check the white paper of Just Me, the official white paper, it's in one of my last videos. I put it, I think, also in the description. Um, I think it was only 5% of the coins that are circulating should be at the later stage in the hand of investors, of private investors. The rest is for developers and mainly for institutional investors and for users, is the main coin allocation, which of course makes clear their main aim is currently not to please us as small private investors. Their main aim is to have cheap coins to get users on, right? I mean, a company like Transcosmos, for example, and their customers. I mean, in the end, they're building the solution for a customer of Transcosmos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check my video that I just released. Um, of course, they're not going into Just Me if a Just Me coin costs like $30 or something like this. This would be not interesting for them. So I think this 1, 2, 3 cent ratio seems to be the sweet spot. I assume not that it will drop below 1 cent anymore, but it seems like it's like has found its resistance at 2 cents, which I think is fine. I mean, I'm not happy with 2 cents. I started too early. I bought in my first batch a little bit higher. I could get my average now quite far down, but 2 cents is still not enough for me. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy also to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But I really see that there is a lot of action currently happening with Just Me, and this I really like. So there is a ton of new exchange listings, which I think is great. There is technologically a lot of happening. I think also it's a very good idea to address the American market because even though Japan is like super high tech and there's super huge companies, but it's just a tiny market. It's just limited market size, right? Whereas US is of course a gigantic market. I mean, there's so many potential customers for what Just Me is doing. I think it's just a very, very, very good move. I mean, I know it. I have also IT business and I live in Europe, and we see the differences between Europe and US. It's just huge, huge differences. It's much easier to make money in the US than it is in Europe, and I assume that's very similar in Japan. So I think overall, very good move of the Just Me team to um, to do the step in the US, get the Binance US listing also, so they can really attack it. There will also plan some marketing, I heard, in the US. Really interested. I don't know. I haven't seen any yet that is out in the US. Maybe one of you guys sits in the US and has already seen if they're getting active with marketing stuff, because I think this will be good. I mean, yeah, I think it's also a good market to fish for investors because a much bigger market also for that. First of all, for customers, much bigger market, but also for investors, much bigger market. So, yeah, I hope that will improve the Just Me price significantly over the next months. But we will see. Who knows? I mean, so far So far, just me keeps surprising. I mean, I was actually hoping that the Binance US listing would give a little bit more rise to the price of Just Me. I mean, there was a small spike, but it was not like, yeah, it was not, was surprisingly little. I mean, the reason might be already that Just Me is by now listed on so many exchanges, that, yeah, adding another one doesn't make really a difference anymore. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Maybe you have some more insights there, but this is how I see the situation currently a little bit. So, yeah, I told it already in one of my former videos. Currently, I'm concentrating not so much on investing personally anymore in Jasmine. I mean, it's not because I don't want, but I'm really bullish on eCash currently, because they're currently working on the Avalanche implementation on eCash, which I think is great. So I think there will be a pump as soon as Avalanche will be fully ready on eCash, which will be in the next couple of months, I guess. I mean, the first parts of Avalanche are already active, but it's not fully active yet. So it will be likely somewhere mid of this year. Avalanche will be fully functional. Staking likely not yet, but yeah, but as soon as this is ready, I think there will be quite a good pump in eCash, and that's why I currently concentrate more on eCash than I do on Just Me. But it has nothing to do with me not believing in Just Me anymore. I do. I will also hold my Just Me. Yeah, but it's just, yeah, you just have the money you have, and you cannot, you cannot invest it twice, unfortunately. Yeah, what are your thoughts on what is your current favorite coin? Maybe we can check out some coins. Maybe we have some interesting stuff. I always like to hear about some new projects because sometimes some really interesting stuff comes out of this. So if you have a coin that you're currently very bullish on, or that you just found and have no idea if you should buy it or not, or something like this, would be cool if you drop it in the chat and we can just check it out. Can't share my screen today, but yeah, you just have to believe me than what I see on the web page. Yeah, let me know if I can help you with something. As always, these live chats are a little bit chaotic, so forgive me. Power Ledger. Oh, for credit swaps. Okay, let me check them out. Power Ledger. Okay, 38 euro cents currently per Power Ledger. Oh, okay, that sounds interesting. Power Ledger energy projects. Thanks, Fat Panda Frank. Yeah, I really also enjoyed to make the videos. So I hope they help. I mean, it's the Just Me update is basically just carrying together all the information I can find on Twitter and stuff like this, and putting them in a short video. I hope it helps some people. I mean, many people, I guess, read them anyways, especially you guys, which are the Just Me pros. But I hope, especially new investors, it might help to get interest and just start to look into Just Me. That's why I make the videos. Okay, Power Ledger. There was another chat. If there comes too many chats in, then I. Okay. Okay. Dorival Ferreira Pereira Junior. I will answer first your question because I have a thought on this, and then I will check again about Power Ledger. Um, yes, you're right. eCash has competition. This is correct. However, I think they what they do, first of all, is quite unique. So combining proof of work, basically Bitcoin base, together with proof of stake, Avalanche, and the way they are connecting this, I think, is technologically very interesting. Hi, Salah. I, you're right. There are other projects who do similar stuff, but not to the extent that eCash is doing, and not in the way they are integrating it. And I think this is very good. They have very good developer team, and this is huge. I think it's great that they're Bitcoin um, a Bitcoin fork. Sorry, this is, I think, very good because that means all of the different kind of applications of Bitcoin will also run on eCash. So all of the infrastructure that is already built for Bitcoin will run on eCash. And then additionally, they implement Avalanche, which will mean they can also run smart contracts. So it will be the first real implementation of a Bitcoin fork that can run fully smart contracts on chain. And I think this is I think this is very good. They're lagging a little bit behind with applications, in my opinion. However, it's also rather young project, so that might be fine. Also, a small team. But what I also like is that they can pay their programmers, their developers. I think this is very good. I mean, this was one of the reasons why they broke, why the fork between Bitcoin ABC and between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin ABC happened, and then Bitcoin Cash. Um, yeah, but I think it's a good thing because they can actually offer to their developers something. I think they have some great benefits in that. Let's get back to, oh, I forgot the name, Power Ledger. Okay, that looks actually like an interesting project. So as I understand, they are in the business of financing energy systems. Is this correct? Ah, for tracking, tracing, and trading renewable energies. That's actually very cool. That's a very cool idea. I mean, now I would just like look fast over it because I'm currently looking also a little bit. I was thinking a little bit about the current situation in the world and the potential hunger situation that will arise if Ukraine cannot put the crops into the earth, which at least there will be disruptions this year, which might have quite significant influences on supply chains in the world. So I was also looking a little bit into supply chain crypto projects. I will see. I have a couple of ideas with videos I could make about this. I will see. I maybe I will do something on the weekend. No promises there. But yeah, I will see. I have a couple of ideas, and I think this sounds very similar. That you basically have a product. Here it's electricity. In the supply chain, it's more something more tangible, like I don't know, some metals or shoes or whatever it is, right? And you basically track them. You find suppliers, you find buyers for your product and stuff like this. I think it's a quite good application for cryptocurrencies, for blockchain systems. I think there are like my argument. I mean, I like payment systems like eCash and Bitcoin and so on. This is like where it comes from, right? This is like the traditional use, or traditional is maybe a little bit wrong word, but you get what I mean. It's the first use of blockchain technologies. However, I think it might not be the best. I think there are other applications with the utility of distributed ledger technologies is much higher than in payment systems. And I think one of them is IoT, is definitely IoT. That's why I really like Jasmy, because it covers the IoT side. But the other side is definitely also supply chain systems. Um, Another level where I'm also currently looking into is knowledge transfer, because these three things, they are, so it's much more pronounced, the problem, than in cash systems. I mean, in cash systems, most of this can be solved by cash, right? By having like cash in your hand, and the governments, of course, are currently trying to end that. But that also means they will likely not look very pleasant on alternatives like eCash, Bitcoin, things like this. They will definitely, I mean, they're starting already to regulate this, and this will get more, and it will get very difficult at some point to run such a system without running into troubles with the government. I'm pretty sure at some point it will be like this. I hope not. I hope there will be ways around, but history shows that the government is very good in restricting things, and like as soon as they want their taxes, they will find a way to get their taxes. That's just how it is, right? And if there's a system which can be used for tax evasion, for money laundering, stuff like this, then they will likely crack down on it, and will crack down hard on it. This is my worry that I have about like these payment systems. Still, I said I'm bullish on eCash, but there is some kind of like thing looming in the background where I'm a little bit worried about. Um, yeah, but these now I'm already talking too much about that. Sorry for that. Lost a little bit track there. But these systems like Power Ledger and stuff, and supply chain systems, I really like them. I have to understand them better before I can make a good video out of this, because there is some real nuance to that, as I understand, and I want to get read a little bit further into. I just had on my Twitter account, if you want to check, I actually put a link to, it was, I think, Harvard Business Review article about supply chain and blockchain combination. I think it's a really good article, very quite long article actually, very well takes it apart. I think it's very good, and I think similar what I can see here from Power Ledger is quite similar structure. I mean, basically it's the same, right? It's like supply chain management. What the product is doesn't really matter for the blockchain. Really cool product. Yeah, you're welcome, Dogival. I hope that helped you with your eCash holdings. I mean, it's always like if you invest in any cryptocurrency, there's always a risk. I mean, there's a lot of competition currently. I made in the beginning a video where I basically explained why I make these videos and what is the idea about this. For me, the idea is that each crypto project is actually like a startup. It's more or less the same as startup. And what we are doing as crypto investors is not so much in the sense of like stock investing. It's more an angel investment, micro angel investment, at least for me. For maybe some of you out there, it's already like a bigger angel investment, but it's an angel investment nonetheless. And that means, of course, high risk. um, there's always high competition, usually in startups, because I mean there's not only one person coming up with a good idea. It's usually a couple, and then there's of course a contest, like who is faster to the market, who can better execute on the idea, and can better sell. has sometimes it's just luck, right? Like being at the right time at the right place and stuff like this. And that's the same in the crypto world. It's just the same, right? Like if like there's a lot of different projects. They're all kind of doing the same, but also not. They have all the nuances are all a little bit different, and you're not sure in what you invest. That of course you should do your research, but you can never be sure that you bet on the right horse. The risk is quite high. That's why I also would always argue to diversify your investment. Is at least what I do. I invest mainly, again, this is not financial advice. Don't quote me there. Do your own research. But what I do is I invest in a wider array of different cryptocurrencies and different applications and utility tokens. So this is mainly what I concentrate on, but over a wider range of application, right? Because that's how I can diversify my risk. Um, I have to also admit that I didn't follow the advice that most investors give you to spread your investment more or less evenly to avoid risks. I'm very heavy on Jasmy and eCash, I have to admit. But yeah, nevertheless, I have also other things in my portfolio which I try to, yeah, well, where I have to maybe put also some focus in the near future on to push them a little bit further, that it's a little bit evening out. I I'm I I'm still very bullish on Jasmine. That's why I put a lot of money in it, because I assume that it will be not for long for that price anymore. But just my guess. eCash the same. I think, as I said, when Avalanche starts, it will likely increase the price, especially when staking will start. I think this will have quite big impact on eCash price, and there is like a lot of room on the top. So the same in Jasmine. I mean, I would not be surprised when Jasmine a couple of, I mean, it will take months or even years, but I think there's a good chance of Jasmine hitting $1 per Jasmine. I think is a very good chance. So there's a lot of opportunity to make money. It just takes time, right? So that's why I'm sometimes get a little bit upset with all of the FUD that is happening currently, especially in the Jasmine community. Um, if one of the listeners is one of these fudsters, please think about it. Like, if you make your investment, make your research, be sure in what you invest, and then when things go south, it's your fault. I mean, it's nobody else's fault that your fault. If the project goes down, it goes down. And if you're sure about the project and you did your research and you're very strong believing in it, and you have actually the facts that support that belief, then just stay with it. I mean, why to get panic and jump out? If you're that unsure about the project in the first place, you should not invest. This is at least my opinion, and that's how I do. I mean, I didn't do it from the beginning. I invested in the beginning in some, yeah, shit, in real shit coins, which I shouldn't have. I just wanted to be like, I wanted to try it out, and just I have some Doge lying around, which is like dead basically by now, and stuff like this. Just like there's no utility in that token. I mean, despite Elon Musk claiming that you will buy travel to Mars with Dogecoin at some point, yeah, that's not real utility. So yeah, I don't know. That's at least my opinion about this. But again, no financial advice. Do your own stuff, but don't blame anybody else for your own decisions. Any more questions? Any more cool coins you have that we can talk about? Where I can start to rant about some random stuff. Sorry, I'm a little bit ill. I was like the last like week, 1.5, I was ill. That's why there were also not much videos. I didn't really felt like it. And I for a while now, in the beginning of the year, I tried to force myself to make new videos, but I realized that this is not always good for the quality of the videos. I sometimes, to cut corners, you don't research as deep as you should, maybe, and stuff like this. So I try to. That's why I make more these update videos because they're nice videos. I anyways follow the news, so it's a nice way to bring a video out, show other people what's going on without having to dig very, very deep. Um, because when I do the gold nugget videos, it's like a lot of work. And to be honest, it's sad to say, but the videos where I have the most work, unfortunately, have the least viewers. I don't know why it is, but it's just a fact. So I'm trying to find a balance, right? To do like once in a while a video where I do a lot of research, where I really dig deep, where I also then have a lot of fun doing it, but I just can't do it too often. This is just a fact, and sometimes it's very discouraging to see for some of the videos the viewer numbers, but it's just what it is. Yeah, especially when I do new coins, because the communities there are not aware of me, so they're not watching that much. It's just how it is. But again, I'm ranting. Any more questions? Any more cool coins you have to talk? We can talk about. Um, what else we could talk about? Oh yeah, I mean, in Jasmine is currently happening a lot. I I I really like to communicate on Discord with people. It's really interesting. I mean, the community is very emotional. Let's say like this. So it's sometimes really funny. I mean, there are like a lot of fudsters, then a lot of people who feel like immediately threatened if somebody spreads some fud. So I think it's yeah, calm down, guys, and girls, of course. Calm down, everyone. I think it's just money, right? I mean, it's I understand that a lot of you have a lot invested in it, which you maybe should not have if you have to get that I don't know, that stressed out about that, and it was maybe not the right decision to invest so much money in such volatile and such risky investments. So just try to keep it calm. Will not bring you anything if you go crazy about the coin going up or down. It's just what it is. Sometimes I'm also like when I mean I talk now wisely, but I mean it's also for me, right? Sometimes you look at Binance at your portfolio and it destroys the whole day. It's just like this. So I try in these times I try to avoid it actually to check it out. Yeah, Robert. Thanks. I will keep faith. I will go on. It is what it is with investments as well as with YouTube channels. You never know what flies and what doesn't. I was actually surprised that so many of you fell for the April Fools video. I felt even bad after doing it when I realized that so many people actually fell for it and didn't watch until the end. You should watch my videos until the end. Um, I was really yeah I I felt actually for a short while felt very bad that so many people actually fell for it. Um, yeah, if you haven't watched it, check it out, but watch it until the end. I tell you, watch it until the end. Yeah. It was actually, I have to say, the shocking thing is that the that the 1st of April video was actually one of my most viewed videos over the last like weeks. Uh, so yeah, that's actually quite interesting. Only one of you left. Yeah, if you have any more interesting coins or anything interesting to share, let me know. Otherwise, I think I will stop the live now. I was ranting now enough. Oh, additional person joining. Hello, whoever you are. If you have some questions about some cryptocurrencies, Jasmine, XCC, other altcoins, let me know. Otherwise, I will jump now slowly off because here it is already 10:30. So I will get some 10:30 in the evening. So I'll get some sleep soon. Now everybody is coming. Now I say I will log off and then everybody is logging in. So if you have anything to talk about, then put it in the chat. Otherwise, I will go to sleep. Oh. Varun, hey, how are you doing? Oh, best crypto coins to buy, Varun. That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, I said before already in the live that I currently buy mainly eCash. The reason is for that they're currently in the Avalanche implementation, and I think that as soon as Avalanche will run fully on eCash, there will be a price pump of the currency. This is my idea. That's why I invested a bit into eCash, and I also pretty bullish on Moonbeam. Um, I think Moonbeam is currently quite undervalued with the current value of it. I even haven't checked today. It's on my phone, of course. But Moonbeam is quite undervalued, so that might be also a good opportunity to jump on Moonbeam or any of the other Polkadot power exchanges. They seem to be currently quite down. I don't know why that is, but yeah, but it is what it is. So these two projects I'm currently mainly looking in myself, and then there are a couple of other projects which I'm just like making videos about it, check them out, but currently not yet really investing in. I think Polkadot is actually also currently on a good discount as far as I know. So Polkadot might also a good buy. Jasmine, I would wait a little bit, maybe a couple of days. It had now a spike for being listed on Binance US. So Jasmine might not be a good time now to buy in, but maybe to wait until it goes down again a little bit and then buy. I guess, but it was not much more than 2 cents actually right now. So the hike was actually not too high. What coins do you suggest, Varun? Come on, Varun, give us your secret advice. How we can all get rich quick. So some people mentioned actually a while ago BTT, BitTorrent coin. I looked a little bit into it, but not too much yet. It looks interesting, but also I'm not sure what the utility is. So I will not give yet my opinion about this too much. But yeah, there are a couple of other coins as well, which I'm currently looking into it. But I had very little time to do like real due diligence, so it's a little bit harder, yeah, to make. Yeah, I mean Shiba. Yeah, I saw Shiba had actually a good hike. I think yesterday it was. But yeah, I don't see utility in Shiba. Ripple, I also own some Ripple. I think that largely depends on how the court case with the SEC goes down. If they lose, I think I will lose also my money which I have put into Ripple. So I mean that's basically a gamble on how this court case goes. I would not go too deep into Ripple, to be very honest, because I mean it looks good, but yeah, you never know. This could go either way. I mean, Bitcoin is kind of, yeah, safe thing. I mean, not necessarily safe, but like what most people invest in Ethereum as well. Has any of you staked for Ethereum 2.0? That's actually a good question. I personally have done it. I have staked some Ethereum for Ethereum 2.0, but now getting all of the news, I think I shouldn't have done that. But we will see. Maybe there will be some. I mean, it looked also for a while very bad for Cardano, but now it seems actually from technological side they seem to get something together, and it looks like a decent update that will come to Cardano. So I hope that will work with the price. Yeah, yeah, but it was a while also looked very bad. I hope that's the same for Ethereum 2.0, but it might also go bad because I think the problem with Ethereum is there's like a ton of legacy code which they have to deal with, and it's not so easy for them to overwork that. I think this is always this is like this is in every software company like this. If you have you build your tools, your stake within a company, and you build it on some kind of program language, and it will be at some point like super complicated to um, to change anything to it, right? So you go with the old stuff until you can't go with it anymore, and then you have to basically, like redo a whole lot of stuff, and then other stuff stops to work with that, and it's quite a chaotic process. And I think this is currently a little bit what is going on with Ethereum. You could buy Tether. Tether is a stable coin, so I mean, it's never a good or bad time to buy Tether. I mean, staking you can do, right? I mean, you can do some staking and get some like 10%. I think on Binance you can get until I don't know how much you have to stake until you go to a lower tier, you get 10% or 5%. It's maybe I don't remember until like 1,000 tether, and then you get like 0.1% or something. So maybe it's a good way to stake because I mean, it's even the 0.1% is more than you get on your bank account. So yeah, not great times to save money. Any more questions? If not, then I'm logging off because I'm getting tired and I will have a good night of sleep now. So everybody, was a pleasure to have you. Sorry, the live chats are always a little bit chaotic. I hope you excuse that, and I hope you enjoy the chaos. So with this, then see you next time. I think I will make another live. I hope next week. I promised us before that I will do it once a week, and I didn't. But I hope I can manage it to do it more often because actually I enjoy it very much. Um, I also currently try to get a couple of interviews in with people to discuss there a little bit. So yeah, I will see. I will try out some new formats in the next coming weeks to see what flies and what doesn't. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell that you see when I put out a new video, and let me know what you think about the videos. Comment, discuss with me. Join all of my social media channels, Twitter, Discord, Reddit, and so on. And see you next time. Bye, guys.